dollar cost averaging. This is one of those fancy investment terms that gets thrown around all over the internet. We're going to talk about what it is and how you can deploy it the right way in your own portfolio. You don't want to miss today's video. How's it going, guys? My name is John Boyd. I'm a certified financial planner, and I'm the founder and lead wealth advisor at Modern Wealth. That's modern spelled with no vowels, wealth. If you like today's content, be sure to smash that like and subscribe button. So dollar cost averaging is simply a system of investing into an asset or a portfolio over a period of time. The reality is that most of you watching this video today probably already practice dollar cost averaging without even realizing it. For example, if you have a job and with every paycheck you put a little bit of money into your 401k, and that little bit of money gets invested into something like a target date fund every 2 weeks. That's dollar cost averaging. So why is this such a powerful investing concept? Why do people talk about it so much? Well, it all boils down to compound interest. So let's say that you had an investment and you started with $1,000 and you put $1,000 into that investment every single month for the next 30 years. Let's assume a 7% growth rate annually. Your investment after 30 years would be worth over $1.1 million. That's why people get so fired up about dollar cost averaging, because over time, the numbers start to look really, really good. So when is dollar cost averaging used best? Basically, if you want to save a certain amount of money in the future for whatever goal it may be, you don't have that money today, but you want to eventually have it through investing and saving, consider a dollar cost average approach. So for example, if you're saving for retirement in 20 years, maybe dollar cost averaging into a Roth IRA and investing in various stock funds makes a lot of sense. If you're saving for your first down payment on a home in 3 years, maybe dollar cost averaging into a basket of CDs, treasuries, and money market funds makes sense. Or maybe you're saving for your child's college education in 15 years. So maybe investing into a 529 makes a lot of sense. Again, if you want to save a certain amount in the future, but you don't have that money today, but you want to work towards that goal, dollar cost averaging can be a really powerful method to help you get there. Another way to think of it like a diet or training program, right? If you're trying to lose excess fat, you're not going to lose, 4% of body fat in a week, right? It's going to take consistency in the gym, consistency with your diet, a great training program, and eventually you'll get there. But you aren't going to get there in a couple days. It's the same concept with dollar cost averaging. So if you want to deploy dollar cost averaging the right way, consider these 4 steps. Number 1, have a clearly defined goal for your investment. This is going to help you determine how much you need to put away, what type of account to use, and what type of investments to even invest in. Once you have that goal, define an investment strategy that aligns with it. So for example, if you're saving for retirement in 30 years, you probably aren't going to dollar cost average into a portfolio filled with CDs, right? Instead, you're probably going to dollar cost average into a portfolio filled with stocks, because stocks, while more risky, have more growth potential. On the flip side to that, if you're saving for a home in a couple years, you probably aren't going to subject that money to a boatload of risk, because you need that money in a few years. Number 3, try to automate as much of this as possible. The more automation that you have with your saving and investment program, the more likely you are to hit your investment goals. Number 4, be disciplined, right? You aren't going to become a multimillionaire overnight, right? All these fancy compound interest charts, while they look cool, you aren't going to get there in a month or two. It takes discipline. It takes consistency. Heck, it might even feel a little boring at times, but eventually you will get there. So that's the rundown on dollar cost averaging. But what if you're someone with a lump sum of money? You sold a business, sold your home and you have a bunch of money. Maybe you work for a company that had a major liquidity event like an IPO an inheritance, whatever it is, you got a big stack of cash. Should you dollar cost average with that money? Well, that is a conversation for a separate day. And we're going to do a video all about lump sum investing versus dollar cost averaging. Which one is better? You don't want to miss that video, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. I hope you enjoyed today's content, and we'll see you next time.